Hello, welcome to week 3 of my developer diary. So, I'm just going to show you the progress that me and my mate have made for over the past week. So, first of all, in regard to the player character, I've finally finished animate his basic animations. So we've got standing in both directions, which I already did. I've got run in both directions, jump, attacking while running, attacking while standing in both directions, and then finally attacking while in the air for both directions. Which you've seen a lot of this in the last couple weeks, but now I've finally got something new to show you, which is we started actually building the game in Unity. And already we've got a few features sort of working or in the works. So first of all, I'll just run it and then I'll go through and break down what's happening. So we've hooked up the player to the animator, not fully yet. It needs quite a bit of adjusting because at the time when we hooked it up, I hadn't finished the sprites. So, like for example, the sprite for jumping left hasn't been implemented yet. But once we make some changes to that, it'll be good. But as you can see, runs, you can jump, and we haven't added it in yet, the animation. But if I go up to this enemy and press X, it'll actually attack the enemy. So we've got the actual like functionality of attacking what's defined as an enemy, and then that enemy disappears. And also, as you can see, I've made a particle system that actually has some meteors fly by in the background and foreground, mostly in the background. And they've got these nice little trail effects going behind them, which I thought was quite a nice aesthetic touch. But also, something that I'm actually quite happy with is if I just stop the game running, as you can see, there isn't any actual level. There's just this box which I've made, which defines how big the level is. And then when I actually run the game, what's actually happening, if I can catch it in time, is actually it randomly generates the level. So right now it's only got 2 preset rooms just to show the functionality, but as you can see, if I show it here, the first room's always preset to be a flat, just empty room, so the player doesn't like spawn over a pit, for example. But after that, if we look at this and go, okay, flat room, room with a hole, flat room. And if I run it again, it will be a different order. As you can see, this time it was flat room, 3 rooms with holes, and then a lot of flat rooms, and a room with a hole. So as you can see, the random generation is working. Obviously, it needs a lot more work in mostly just painting a large variety of rooms. But I'm going to save doing that till we've actually got I've made some more tiles. I've also added a post-processing effect onto the camera, which is basically just some nice little camera effects to make the game look a bit nicer. Like, if I zoom into the character, you can actually see he actually glows a little bit. There's a bit of bloom on him. Or you can see there's sort of a static effect on parts of the screen, which just make it look a bit more retro and a bit better in my opinion. I'm also working on, because I think the background looks a bit bland, so back in a sprite, I've started working on some background stuff. I've got some mountains. I might make some clouds and probably like some trees in the background, just so it doesn't look so empty. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the progress we've made this week. There was quite a lot of just little things that you don't think about, like just getting the player movement correct so he's not like getting stuck on tiles, getting the camera to follow. My mate spent quite a lot of time on doing the player movement and the functionality for the actual like attacking enemy, whereas I spent a lot of time getting the random generation working with the tile set. and like a lot of the aesthetic stuff, like the post-processing effects on the camera and the particle system for the meteors. But yeah, that's all the progress we've made this week. I'm quite happy with it. So in the coming week, what I'm hoping to get accomplished, I want us to have the player actually like fully hooked up to all the animations I've finally finished doing. Because at the time when my friend was hooking it up to the animator, I hadn't finished the animations. But now we should be able to do that. I know my friend's working on the AI for the enemies at the moment, while I'm currently working on the tile set, and I'm going to try and paint a lot more rooms. So then there's a lot more random rooms in the game. And yeah, I think that's about it. Obviously, balancing this with like uni coursework right now, it depends how busy we both get with uni work, but a lot of people are going through the same thing. And I think that's everything. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace.